Now, if I go on to the next question from Discord M8. Discord mate? Hey, a few questions for you. Sorry I haven't watched all your Rasp videos yet. It's pretty late here, so I might get answers in the videos already. Were you able to Rasp for a very long time when you started? Or if not, how long did it take you to build up your endurance? 2, did you warm up a lot before you Rasp? 3, why do you think James Hetfield lost his Rasp voice? Thanks. Smiley face. And 4, one more if I may. Do you take days off when you just started? So, breaking into that right away. 1, were you able to Rasp for a very long time when you started? Or if not, how long did it take you to build up your endurance? When I first started, I probably would only do 5, 10, 15 minutes at a time. And then it was just, you're still learning the technique. You're going to make lots of mistakes. Every word was it can kind of be a challenge. Different levels of aggression. You're experimenting a lot. So it's very easy to hurt your voice. So you want to be careful to do shorter periods of time until you know what you're doing. Even then, over time, you will still find yourself getting better and better at being able to do the techniques for longer and longer without hurting your voice. However, there is kind of a limit. If you're screaming your head off for like the full tone of what you would consider a good scream, for 45 minutes, no matter what you do, you might not damage your voice, but you're not going to be able to sing all your high falsetto notes the same way. It's just not going to happen. So what I found is that over time you start to develop not just your good screaming sound, but you develop a safe screaming sound. So for example, I can scream, a very light, like, yow, yow, yo. And I can do pretty much every scream like that, We're kept alive, but we're still a little solid. And it doesn't sound as good. And if you notice, it's pretty quiet, too. And this I can do for a lot longer than if I was, for example, to go, Yak! Messed up the lyrics. We're kept alive, but we're still a little solid. Which to me sounds a lot better. But you can't do it as long, which is obviously a problem. So it takes a while to build up your endurance, but you find little tricks to build it up even further without messing up your voice. 2, do you warm up a lot before you Rasp? I used to do it a lot. I would do a full kind of singing warm up, the whole lip bubbles thing, and then I would ease into singing songs. Then I might do some vocal sirens, the and go up and down the scale. And then I would start maybe doing transitional rap or doing full screams. Nowadays, it kind of depends on the day. What I found over time, when I was in college, I worked retail while I was going to school. So I was talking all day. And now even as an engineer, you're collaborating with your teammates, and I find myself talking for a lot of the day. So by the time I get home or get in my car to drive home, my voice is warmed up. I've been talking all day. So I don't really warm up. I might sing some songs in the ride home. I might do some lip bubbles or something. It depends on the day, though. If I just woke up in the morning, I'm going to do a full warm-up. If I'm not feeling it that day, I'll do an extra warm-up so I can get in the mood. 3, why do you think James Hetfield lost his rasp voice? I don't know if he did lose his rasp voice. I don't really follow Metallica or James Hetfield, so I can't really comment on the fact if he lost it or not. You know what? Actually, Metallica Live 2018. Alright, so I just watched a video of James Hetfield, and yeah, he doesn't really do rasp anymore, the videos I saw. I don't know, maybe the thing is that for me when I do rasp, I do vocal stuff nearly every day, but I'm not doing it for like 3 hours for 5 days a week at a concert where you have thousands of people watching you and you're running around. That's almost an athletic activity at that point. I do it mostly in the studio, so it's a big difference. So I have a feeling that, either 1, years of touring and doing rasp got to him. I don't know if he's a smoker or something. Or 2, he's realizing that, in his older age, it's easier for him to lose his voice. When you're younger, it's easier for your voice to recover. And so maybe he just figured it's not worth it. I'd rather just not do the rasp as aggressively and be able to do a whole tour safely than have to risk, canceling on all these fans that already bought the tickets because I got too aggressive in the show. So, I don't know, just some guesses. I have a feeling it's probably something like that. And 4, one more if I may. Did you take days off when you just started? Yes. Naturally though, I didn't plan days off. It's just, every so often you have a day where you're doing something all day, and so you're naturally not singing. So, nowadays I don't worry about it. I just sing when I want to sing when I have time. So it's a lot different now. When I just started though, yeah, I was much more hardcore into practicing. So days off would naturally come whenever I just couldn't practice because I was doing something for the whole day. But if you, I don't know, do vocal stuff 4 or 5 days a week and enjoy the other 2. Just give your voice a break, especially if you're being really hardcore about your practicing. Can you talk about the details and how you did ticks and leeches by tool? So